Hi friends, my name is Kim. Welcome to Cottage Kim Cooks. Welcome to my kitchen. I am so happy to have you with me today. Today we are going to make a super simple and quick recipe as we prepare for the holidays, and it's something that is low in carbohydrates, high in protein, and a great appetizer for your holiday table. So we are going to make a cheese ball. And I thought everybody knew how to make this cheese ball. Everybody had it before, but when I moved up here to the northern part of Ohio, I found that there were people who had never had this cheese ball and who had never heard of Carl Buddig beef. So imagine that. I was very shocked. So all we're going to do is I'm going to make a small version, so you can just double this recipe, triple this recipe, whatever you want. Typically when I'm making it for a crowd, I will do four times the recipe. So in this case, I'm using 1 thing of cream cheese, but I would typically use 4 when I'm making it for a crowd. So I've been regrowing my own green onions. So let's get these cut up in here. And truthfully, the easiest way to do it is to cut them up. I cut them. I've used the food processor, or what I call a food processor, this little thing that I'm going to cut the Buddig beef up in. But this recipe could not be simpler. It just calls for cream cheese, Carl Buddig beef, or whatever luncheon dried beef meat that you want to use. Green onions. You could use regular onions. I used to use regular onions, but I prefer green onions. And Worcestershire sauce. And that is literally all it is. Now, I've had this before where people put garlic powder in it, onion powder in it. That's not my preference. My preference is just the green onions. I think it's really good that way. Gives it a good flavor. It's better the next day. So let's mix this up and see what it looks like if we've got enough green onions in here. I'm going to use a little bit more green onion. I think that's a good amount. You can see the green onion, but it's not like overpowering. And like I said, this is better the next day. The flavor starts to go through, and you can taste it better the following day after you make it. So I'm going to open 1 packet of the Buddig beef, and I'm going to use my little mini chopper here. I've shown you this before. I think this came from Home Shopping Network, and my aunt got me one. And you just pull the string, and this works for vegetables. This works for your beef. We need a little bit more chopping. Now, I have seen people who don't have the chopper who cut up their beef. You can do that. It's whatever you have available to you. We're going to mix this in, and you don't want it to be oversaturated with the beef, but you want a good amount of beef in there so that it's all mixed in. I would say a little bit more beef than we did onion. Obviously, quantity-wise, it's more, but when you're looking at the color of the cheese ball, you want to see more beef than you do onion. So this is a good ratio. I'm going to get a spatula and get this mixed up better than with my fork. Okay, so now we're going to add some Worcestershire sauce, and you want to just add a few dashes. So I'd say that's about enough. That's not quite a teaspoon for this amount. You don't want it to be brown, but you want it to definitely have that flavor, that umami flavor that Worcestershire sauce gives you. That's what makes the cheese ball very good. So mix that up. And if you wanted to, you could serve it just like this, but that would not be very festive. So we're going to take it to the next step. We're going to put our cheese ball on a plate. Obviously, if you were tripling or doubling, tripling, or quadrupling this recipe, you would use a bigger plate. But since I'm just making one, I think this will be big enough. And then you want to shape it into a ball. Let me wash my hands really quick. So now we're going to take a second pack of our Buddig beef, and we're going to chop this up. And then we're just going to pat it onto our cheese ball. This is great if you're making a charcuterie board. And if you are someone like me who is diabetic, that's the best kind of appetizer that you can do. And it is super simple and easy. Just getting some cheese, some nuts, olives, pickles, some salami or pepperoni or summer sausage. And of course, you can use crackers and you can add some veggies to it. I like to add a little bit of grapes. I like to add a little bit of carrots, some celery. I find that the cheese ball is perfect on celery. So if you're someone who eats cream cheese on your celery, this is perfect to add to your celery. But you can also add it to crackers. You can get the gluten-free crackers. It's good on that. You can get wheat thins. Whatever kind of cracker it is that you would prefer, you can use those. Just eat your crackers sparingly. I'm going to clean the plate up just a little. And there we have it. That's your cheese ball. It's that simple. And now you could put it just like this on your charcuterie board. Where do I have one of my boards? You could put it just like this on your board, and you could put crackers around it. You could put it directly on your board and do it that way. You could put it on wax paper pieces and remove the wax paper just like when you're decorating a cake. That would be no problem. But you're only looking at, so we have for our Buddig beef, for one packet, we have 100 calories, 7 grams of fat, 45 milligrams of cholesterol, and only 1 gram of carb and 9 grams of protein. And for our cream cheese, we're looking at 100 calories. So we're looking at 200 calories total. And this is if we would eat 8 servings. So 200 calories. So if you cut this in fourths and then again in fourths, it would be 200 calories, a total of 17 grams of fat, a total of 85 milligrams of cholesterol, and 1 gram of carbs. So it's absolutely perfect for a low carb, no carb kind of appetizer for your holiday table. So I hope that you enjoyed today's recipe. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel, Cottage Kim Cooks, and follow me on Instagram and Facebook. I try and post videos every Tuesday and Friday. Today is a really short one, but I wanted to get you prepared for the holiday season. I'm also going to be posting one later this week on a healthier version of a broccoli cheddar casserole that doesn't use a cream of chicken soup or a condensed soup to go with it. So I really enjoyed our time together today, friends. I hope you did as well, and I look forward to cooking with you and sharing a holiday table with you again soon. Take care.